Hi guys, thanks for stopping by Mike's. This is a little workshop, and today we're talking about chord inversions. Now, if you're just a beginner piano and you're learning your chords by, say, out of a guitar book or on the internet at a chord search site or something like that, where you get a line of lyrics and then you get the chord names up on top of the lyrics. Now, if you're just learning how to play those, by playing major chords, say C, D, E, F. If you can play those major chords and you want to enhance your playing remarkably, as easy as you can, then you got to learn chord inversions. They're not that hard, but if you're at that stage, please stay with me, and that's what this lesson's going to talk about very briefly. Chord inversions. Okay, let's have a look at our keyboard here. Now, if I were to ask you to play a major chord, and let's say C major, you'd probably play that. C, E, G. Maybe there, maybe up here, and then maybe way up the keyboard, right up the top, somewhere. That's a C major chord. Now, let's call that the root position of the chord, okay? Because that's about as basic of chord as you can get from there, is putting the chord's name in the lowest note, C. So that's a C major root. That's the root version of the chord, okay? C, E, G, there's the triad. If we go up here, it's an octave higher. Same thing though, it's a root position chord because the C's at the bottom. C major. Okay. Is there another way of playing a C major chord? Sure. Why don't we use maybe notes from this side and notes from this side? Okay. Well, C, E, G. Why don't we take this C off and put it up here? Okay, that's cool. So that is a C chord. Its lowest note is not a C, but it's got all the components of a C chord, right? A C, a E, and a G. Sounds different. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Another way, why don't we just take that E and put it up here? Okay, that's another version. So that's an inversion of C, isn't it? There's our root. Take that C off, put it here. That's our first inversion. Take the E off here, put it up here. That's the second inversion. Wish I could do it with one hand. First inversion, second inversion. What happens in real life though is your hand moves down to play that second inversion of a C. See? That's how you'd play it. That's what inversions are. So don't get too hung up on the technicalities of it. I'll show you how we use it, and then you'll get a better idea of what I'm talking about. So when you go to learn your songs in your chords, you're probably going to start by finding the major chord. Let's play a D major. There's the triad starting with D, F sharp A. There's the root position of the chord. Alright, that sounds good. How would we do an inversion of that chord? Well, remember we were talking about we'd take that note and put it up here? That's the first inversion. The second inversion would take that note, put it up here. There's the second inversion of D, okay? Why don't we bring that all down here so we can see it. If you can kind of just superimpose the D chord over top. There's the whole D chord, isn't it? Starting with the A at the bottom. So you can see that you can move your hand around and hit those notes in different combinations, okay? But it's always still playing that D chord. Let me give you an example. I was just playing the song from, or done by Sheryl Crow, written by Cat Stevens. The first cut is the deepest. Great song. And 3 chords mainly. It's a good one to learn. So if we were when I was just learning piano and I was figuring out chords, I would have played that like this. I would have given you all of my heart, but there's someone who's torn it apart. That's how I was playing before I learned inversions. Once I got inversions down, I was able to move these chords around. Now, first thing, I was trying to exaggerate it, but you see when I was playing my D and then up to an A major, how far I had to go. D major up to here. So what I've done is taken the D, brought that A down here. So I'm playing the second inversion of D, right? There's a D, first inversion and second inversion. I would have given you all. A is the second chord in that tune. It's D, A, G are the three major chords. Okay, so we'll use the A for that song in the first or root position, right? Because the A's on the bottom. A, C sharp, E, A bass. I would have D second inversion, A root position. Now we got to play the third chord. So I was just fooling around with it. Thought, that sounds a bit low. So let's play an inversion of G. This is our G major chord. G, B, D. I'm going to take that G off and put up here. Okay, so now the three chords I'm using are the D, second inversion, the A, root position, and the G in first inversion. So again, don't get hung up on the titles of the inversions and those words right now. I just want you to remember that your major chords, you can move the configuration of them around and they sound totally different. But look at the magic that happened there, because instead of moving my hand all over the place here, my hand stays in one position. In fact, those first two chords shared a note here, that A. So I'm going to play it one more time. Just keep an eye on the how the hand has minimum movement to get to those chords, okay? I would have given you all of my heart. Oh, oops. But there's someone who's torn it apart. Okay, so it's not moving much. It's sounding really good because the chords are closer together and they sound great like that. That's what inversions are. They're just the best, so I want you to learn them. The best exercise to learn them, of course, is just take your chord, keep adding one. Sorry, I should do it in the right way I would play it. So, right? So I'm always taking the bottom note off the major chord and taking her up here and inverting it. Second position. If you kept going up, you'd hit the root again. That's what inversions are. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by and for all the nice comments. And I'll see you on the next one.